We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! You take so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, September 5th, 2023, and this is episode number 640 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Hi, Barbie.
Jose Guzman.
Can't enough, baby.
Kelly Harris.
Someone help me figure out my password to the fantasy league.
And our good buddy Mahoney, who I'm sure knows that password and will happily share it with you.
Just check the logs. Your password is dick butt.
Of course.
Capital D, capital B, and the U is a U.
Fucking Mahoney gives Kelly a 10-digit number, and it's actually The Rock's cell phone number.
Call that number. Tell him you eat fucking Band-Aids.
Tell him you eat Band-Aids, Kelly.
I goddamn dare you.
Wow.
Who would have thought
ridiculous.
one Twitter fight 4 years ago would last this long?
I mean, I've had a few of those.
Just ask Luchasaurus.
Yeah, ask him. Fucking 65 million years old. When Elon said he was going to take away the block function, I was like, all right, I'm coming for you, Luchasaurus.
Can I tell you something? That was literally the first thing I thought of.
Hell yeah. And you know, when you really put it into perspective, that's what every fucking creep is thinking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when they take it away, it's going to be my time to shine.
Yeah, I am going to harass so many people.
Look out, every woman. I'm coming for you. Oh, preposterous. Just preposterous. Oh, man. So, yeah. Fucking big weekend. 3-day weekend. So tired. So busy. So many plans. Exhausted. It's like none of these motherfuckers know how to 3-day weekend properly. But I did get to make some pretty bomb-ass steaks on my Blackstone grill. It's pretty awesome. That was pretty. Not gonna lie, that was pretty rad.
Hell yeah.
The meat
Would
man
recommend
over
that.
here.
Oh, so much meat. I made a bunch of good
Blackstone
ones
sounding
for the
like
adult.
some kind of black ops government operation over here.
Yeah, it's either a flat iron grill or I'm a contract assassin. I'll let you decide which one's the case.
Yeah. Lee killed a bunch of Afghani civilians.
And the steaks were delicious. But that was really cool. I had a good time with that, and I did get some R&R in over the weekend. Didn't get nearly as much in last week as I wanted to, because the plan was, since the girls were out of town, it's gonna be me and Jax, gonna hang out, do the thing, and then whenever he goes to sleep, I'd have my alone time to do whatever. No, there was none of that. I was so fucking tired from being on constantly because he also got sick last week. So he didn't go to the Boys and Girls Club during the day. He was just home all the fucking time. So he was here all the time. And I was either on working or on dad, or sometimes a very fun combination of both for like an entire, like, just a week straight. Like there was no down period, you know? So I put him down to sleep and I sit down for a second. Then I wake up and it's 3:30. I'm like, oh, fuck. So there was none of that. There was no chill to be had last week until the girls got home.
I just imagine that's how you get all of your sleep.
It's like how I get a good chunk of it.
Just
I'm not gonna
by
lie
accident.
to you. Like that does, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's by accident because if I try to do it on purpose, I can't. It's fucked up.
Right.
Like I can pass this out at like 8:30 on most days if I don't want to. But like, you know, when midnight rolls around 1 o'clock and I'm like, oh dear God, I wish I could go to fucking sleep. I can't. It's really fucked up. It's not cool. Like this whole
You know
engine
what I
I'm
think
working
it
with is
is,
a piece
Lee?
of shit.
I think I know what your problem is.
What's that?
When you take a shower, are you in there just with your thoughts?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, that's it.
But how do
Have you considered a shower tablet?
Yeah, but okay, that makes sense for the shower.
But scoop.
But he's trying to go to sleep.
No, but the problem is he's in the shower thinking all them thoughts. Wipe that shit out.
Yeah, but I shower like in the morning.
I don't care.
Yeah, but if you
Are
don't
you in
think
the shower with your thoughts at some point during the day? That's
I
what's
just carry
keeping
with
you
me
up
the
at
whole
night.
time.
Mahoney,
Just carry it with me all day. Okay,
Mahoney,
okay.
you're saying that the minute your head hits the pillow, you're not thinking about something embarrassing you said in middle school.
No,
You just shut off completely.
pretty much.
Yo, why
that's
the
I mean,
Sounds
I got my days.
incredible.
I got my days where it doesn't work, but
Why'd the
Most
draft
days you-
robot give me 8 wide receivers?
yeah, shit on.
Because they were the top ranked players at the time your pick came up.
Kelly, you should have seen how hard I laughed when it was my turn to pick and I saw your running back and I said, I'm taking him.
Do you want a wide receiver for him?
You want 8 wide receivers?
Maybe. Let me check your lineup.
Yeah, drop in the trades.
So nothing in middle school came across my mind recently, but I did have a moment the other day.
Yeah,
where-
I have zero attachment to any of these fuckers. I will trade you,
You don't
literally
say.
anyone on my team for
Don't-
Anime Man.
Kelly, don't.
I don't give a fuck.
It's draft day, and you're already putting way too much power in his hands, Kelly.
We've established
Oh, it's-
that.
It's
Draft day
long
was-
past draft day.
Yeah, draft day
I
was
didn't know
Sunday.
this.
Okay.
I
You
didn't
said
know
this-
the season started on Thursday.
This was the moment I was waiting for when Kelly realizes, holy shit. And now he comes to me.
All right, trade sent.
Oh wow.
Oh, no.
So Lee, unfortunately,
Oh no, Jose says.
Unfortunately we won't be doing the Pop Fantasy Football Show weekly this year.
Oh, come on!
So yeah.
That was my favorite podcast.
Instead, we're going to be going to Lee's house on Sundays and watching football.
Yeah.
That was my favorite podcast because it made this one even better.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's all right. But no thoughts of middle school popping up recently in eyes. But I did have a moment last week where I'm doing my thing, and then I get a call to join a conference call, and it's 2 people I work with, and they're having some problem coding something and programming something out. And I'm like, yeah, send that over and let me take a look at it. And so we're on the line and doing their thing, and I kind of get the little light bulb goes off, and I start typing away, and I go, I'm so fucking good at this. And I didn't realize I wasn't muted. And they go, and start giggling. And I'm like, crap. Well, I fixed it.
Oh no, I let you see part of my personality.
I'm going to take everyone's jobs.
I'm gonna wear your face. Whips it out on
I'm
camera.
really good at this shit, though. It's good. And the only other thing worth talking about is during my moment, I did have some chance this weekend to do some R&R type shit. I built a whole bunch of the big Lego Bowser. He's almost done. and I burned through 7 episodes of Riverdale, which is a lot of Riverdale for one sitting.
That's a lot of Riverdale.
That's a lot of Riverdale.
Like,
In general,
how many-
it's a lot. You know,
How many different storylines did you experience in that one sitting?
You know, not as many as you would think. Turns out, final season of Riverdale kind of fucking sucks, y'all.
Oh,
It's not very good. It's just the problem is the prior season ended with the Riverdale gang using their superpowers to literally fight the devil and divert a comet from destroying the Earth, or maybe just Riverdale. Hard to decide the impact zone of this comet. But regardless, superpowers were at play, as was the devil, and maybe some multiversal hooey nonsense. And
Lee,
then-
Lee, the fantasy football message chain has caught on to the trade.
oh god,
And what
Tito-
is this? What is
Tito-
this? God damn it!
Tito woke up from a dead sleep.
Yeah, what is going on here? What
Jose,
is
don't
this?
worry about it.
Man,
Don't worry about it. Don't even look. No, don't even look.
No,
Jose,
no.
Don't
Kelly,
even
I traded
Don't
him
even
Cypress
look.
Hill.
God damn it!
Tito says his phone set off a bullshit alarm.
Fucking Vito. Let me find my picture and throw it in there.
All right, Kelly. Kelly, if they veto this one, which I don't think they'll have the votes, if they veto this one, I'll hit you with another one.
All right,
God,
sounds good.
God damn it!
I'm so excited.
What
Fucking
is
love
it? Where
fantasy
the
football
fuck is
season.
it?
Where the fuck's your veto?
God damn it, Kelly! You fucking better not.
Look, I've never
Meanwhile-
heard of the
No,
the guy
I don't
traded.
care who you've heard of or who you have not heard of.
I know anime.
You're
boy.
not trading a first round pick for a dude that was picked up in the fucking 12th.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's
listen.
too late.
Listen, any one of you could have picked up Anime Boy at any point in the draft and
I was
traded him to
going
Kelly
to-
for whoever you wanted.
I was
okay?
going to right
So,
before you did.
Don't come at me because I have the best ideas, all right?
Yeah.
Tito's gonna kick you both out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I'm going to pick Tito up by the back of his collar. I'm going to dangle him in the air 3 feet in front of me. He's not going to be able to
Let
reach
me
me
be
with those
free.
little legs. Let me be free. Remember when
Mahoney.
we let Lee play fantasy football with us and he hated every minute of it and then we had to kick him out of the league?
Mahoney, you should buy Kelly's team out.
Imagine I run both teams and I can trade whoever I want.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Tito's so mad.
I'll have to do it through, like, I can't run both teams. I need a patsy. I need somebody to run it for me.
Lee.
What? No, I don't want it. No.
Don't you do it, Kelly.
So, Kelly, you finished all the Riverdale, yes?
I sure as fuck have.
And did you finish all the Riverdale, Mahoney?
No, but go ahead. I've seen recaps and shit on
Well,
TikTok.
The problem is you can't take a step back, and that's what they did. You can't build all this crazy fucking nonsense, and then like they're like, oh yeah, they just go back in time to the 50s, and then the whole time you're like, okay, cool, they're gonna fix it, and then they don't, and it just turns out the end was just them being in the 50s, and there's only 2 murders the whole season, and like, you know, when you realize they're in the 50s and they start talking about, you know, the brutal murder of Emmett Till, and you're like, oh god, what sort of Riverdale fucking nonsense they're gonna do about this? And they don't. It's just like a heartfelt, real thing about the horrible thing that happened to Emmett Till. You're like, this isn't what I come to Riverdale for. What the fuck is this? This is the kind of feelings I want out of this. And like it just pivots to that, and like all the, you know, kind of all this weird shit with McCarthyism and the creation of the comic book code of all things, which is directly responsible for the creation of Archie in the first fucking place, which is very odd.
That
Kelly? Oh, we lost Kelly. Tito got to him. Is anybody there? Can anybody hear me? Well, Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, I'm going to have to... Hello.
Jose.
Hello.
Don't
Oh,
yell
there
at
he
Kelly.
is. There he
Hey,
is.
buddy.
Yeah, it just cut out completely, all of you, for me all of a sudden.
It was weird because you said my name and then
Yeah,
disappeared.
you cried Kelly's name in help, and then we never heard from you again.
Yeah. You were like, Kelly? Gone.
Tito got to me.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. But anyway, the stakes went back real low, and the last episode. Okay, so the guardian angel did come back from the future and did show them all their other lives, basically by making them binge watch the series Riverdale, which is hilarious. And my favorite part of that is when they show like Betty and Veronica, like, oh, we're gonna watch what happened, and then they smash cut, and Betty's like crying, like, my life was so fucking dark. That part was kind of tremendous. But then, she let them mostly forget, and they couldn't put it back, and all this shit. And so they just like lived out their lives from the 50s through the present day, and then the last episode is like a beautiful life thing where Angel Jughead or the ghost of Jughead Past or something takes Nana Betty back to the last day of school that she's missed out on. And, they're like, oh yeah, fucking, we spent the last year, Betty, Veronica, Archie, and Jughead being like in a polyamorous fuck pit for an entire year because of their recovered memories of how they all used to fuck in their past lives. And so we go from that to... And then the four of them never saw each other again. You want to know Archie's big fucking thing? After all these nonsense, he just became a construction worker. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really hated that fucking ending.
Really, I loved it.
It was just such a step, like, I don't know. It just was a step back after elevate. They're like, yeah, no, we're going to end on this really low spot down here, which is kind of odd.
This season was pretty much it was a traditional Archie. They finally were able to
it was
circle
a traditional
around.
Archie. Yes, it was that for sure.
After all of the insanity, they circled back and was like, "Hey, this is what this was."
Yeah, and I wanted more. I wanted a big kooky finish. I was expecting.
They did watch the entire series of Riverdale in Riverdale.
That's true. But I kept expecting for like Betty's dad to have been the one that killed Ethel's parents or some shit like that.
No, that was the milkman.
That was the milkman. That's just. But they did explain the milkman in 4 paragraphs of exposition in a weird little montage.
Yeah, when Cheryl called the feds on her parents.
Jesus, there's another fucking pick.
For being Russian sleeper agents, yes. So there was some Riverdale nonsense. I'm not gonna say there wasn't Riverdale nonsense, but it was a much muted version of what came before it for sure. I miss Dark Phoenix Cheryl.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever top Dark Phoenix Cheryl.
No.
When the actual devil sent a meteor to Riverdale.
Because they fucked up his ghost train.
And Dark Phoenix Cheryl had to save the day.
What a phenomenal program.
That season and Underground Prison Fight Club Archie beating up a bear are the two best wild seasons.
So that's where you got it from.
Hey, if Archie can fight a bear, I can fight a bear. He's a child.
But yeah, it's all right. Again, maybe it would have hit a little better if it wasn't after a giant binge. Because Riverdale's it does wear on the mind after a while. Too many consecutive Riverdales, for sure, could be a problem.
Agreed.
What you got going on, Nice?
Well, we watched the new episode of Ahsoka before the podcast tonight. And for all of you that watched the new episode, I want you to think about me when that ending happens. Because I know you will.
I forgot it comes out on goddamn Tuesday.
It comes out at 9 on Tuesday, so you got time before the podcast.
She's asleep by 9. Wait, that ain't happening.
That's fine. You can watch it tomorrow then. I'm not going to spoil anything. Lots of good lightsaber stuff, though.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's that. I went and saw Barbie with Mary and Jose and his lady, and that was so fucking weird and delightful, and I don't understand how it's making so much money because, like, I'm interested to see if my parents see Barbie.
It is such an
they'll hate it.
mainstream movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
And it's definitely not a kids movie. It's
Well, yeah, but you got to think the moms who grew up on Barbie are taking their kids.
Sure.
That's like extra 1 to 3 sales tickets per mom that's going.
It's appropriate for kids, but it is sure as hell not made for kids.
Yeah, the fucking first joke is them talking about beaching each other off. And I'm like, oh, this is not for kids. They set it up from the first joke and the last joke. Not for kids.
It's for us, which is wild.
They drop them jokes and they're like, you'll get it later, kids.
Yeah, but it was just so bizarre, and it felt like something that would like a weird comedy that would come out in the like mid to late 90s. And it does not seem whatsoever like there was any sort of studio or Mattel interference, and they just let them. I think it was probably more Margot Robbie than Greta Gerwig, but they were just like, you girls do what you want, and we will fucking put it in theaters, and they did. Wild stuff.
There was a guy at Mattel who just kept yelling, "Look at her, she's Barbie!"
Yeah, I mean, the first shot of Mattel is this like gray dystopian cubicle farm.
Yeah. And it's like,
That
oh, you
shit
guys
is
have been to Toy
wild.
Fair.
Accurate.
Roasted.
And then the Mattel bleep towards the end.
Yeah.
It's
Well
insane. It moves at a clip. It's just
Oh, God. When Will Ferrell comes tumbling out of the one house, he's like, oh God, Midge, I forgot we discontinued you. Oh, so
That
gross.
was so fucking funny.
Like, oh, God.
it's just joke. Existentialism, joke.
It's rapid fire.
Yeah.
Like, the jokes are there and they are on point and they never stop.
I love when he's like, let me play guitar at you, girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
for
sit
fucking
there.
4 hours? Oh, I about died.
You let me sit here and stare unwantingly into your eyes
Okay.
as
Y'all
I
wanna
explain this
hear-
to you.
Y'all want to hear something sad? I know I'm the only one who hasn't seen this movie, but the scene where he plays guitar at her, the TikTok youths were like, "Oh shit, that's a real song." They didn't write that for the movie.
Oh
I
my
heard that
God.
song in the grocery store this past week.
See, and that's why you can't trust the youths.
It sounds hyperbolic, but like, that's one of the best jokes I think I've ever seen in a movie. Like when he just sings at her for the whole beach full of Kens for 4 hours. Just
Yeah.
Pull it out, and it's just more and more Ken singing "Push" by
All
Max
singing.
Bucks 20 at Barbie.
such a good fucking joke. God damn, that's so funny.
Man, when I heard the patriarch system didn't have horses, I'm out.
Yeah, like I wasn't that in. And that's
I
the
love
thing too. Like,
interest.
it's really funny because it's like a dummy will say that Ken's the villain of the movie when he's absolutely not the villain of the movie whatsoever. Like, not at all. Like, the Kens were frankly worse than second-class citizens in Barbie World.
Yeah, I was like, where does Ken live?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're all homeless.
They get they get a taste of it and just a touch of toxic masculinity in the patriarchy and it fucks them all up.
Yeah.
But then they realize that's not really what it's about either. Although I do love Ken's dope ass Bill.
His fucking abs. At one
they're
point,
insane.
I thought they were CGI.
Insane.
But no, God bless him. Bless that man.
Guy's always on the look for CGI.
I am. I
Just
sure am.
leaning forward in his chair in the theater, like,
Oh,
those abs real.
Yeah. Like, you could hear my eyes hit every ab on the way down, like a xylophone, just like.
like a plinko board.
Yeah. Bum, bum,
Yeah,
ba-dum.
Weird Barbie is a great bit. The Sugar Daddy Ken's a great bit. The Earring Magic Ken is in a movie, and I can't fucking believe
Yeah,
that.
thought of you and Goat when that came up. Yeah, Sugar
so
Daddy
great.
Ken isn't a sugar daddy, wasn't meant to be a sugar daddy, but he is now.
Well, no, he like the dog's name is Sugar.
Right.
Like
But
he's
what I'm saying
Sugar
is
Daddy Ken.
him and Magic Earring Ken are living in the attic together.
Yeah. Oh, so fucking good. Fucking
And Alan.
Dick Ring Ken.
Oh, dude, Alan was so good. When Alan starts beating the shit out of those dudes,
Yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, he gets back in the car and they go back. He's like, I'm never leaving here.
Or when it's like, no one ever freaks out when Alan gets out, in sync, all Allens, even that one, nobody cared.
Like the movie sets its tone pretty quickly, but I was 100% locked in when Barbie's like, "Oh, I don't have genitals." He doesn't have genitals either.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically just smooth down there.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's a good place to get some good women help. The construction site.
Yeah.
So yeah, finally got to see that.
It's a good time.
Trying to catch up on all the movies.
Oh, we're gonna go watch Toidles
Gonna
tomorrow.
go watch Turtles. Got to see
Oh,
Oppenheimer.
Are
at
you?
some point.
Jose, have you not seen it before?
No. We're gonna
wow.
meet up tomorrow morning and go
I'm
check
excited
it out.
for you to see it.
Dude, smooth.
You're gonna
shit,
like it.
Turtles. And then
Yeah, I'm ready.
we did another Pearl Jam tribute concert. We went and shot, and that was
This time at the Hard Rock, Daytona Beach.
yeah, Daytona Beach, real desolate.
Boy!
Like real bleak and depressing. But the Hard Rock was nice. We got
Yeah, the venue was pretty cool.
I'm sorry, what is it, a tribute band? What kind?
it's Pearl
Pearl
Jam.
Jam.
Pearl Jam. Okay, I didn't hear. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and this
They
time,
opened for the Nirvana.
yeah, Kurt Cobain
Tribute
didn't have
band.
COVID this week, so they were there.
Yes.
oh, good.
But it seems like it was all hosted by a local radio station, and it seems like this is like their regular thing where they just do tribute band night and bring everybody out to the Hard Rock. It was right on the fucking beach, like on a little pool deck. Like you could look down and see the waves crashing. It was kind of nuts.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
why not?
the venue was, I mean, especially compared to the week before, this blew it out of the fucking water.
Yeah. Like we walked up and we didn't know how we were getting in, and they're telling people that walk up, okay, well, VIP is like $175 for a table, but then general admission is $15. I was like, oh, thank God.
But also, we ain't paying either of them.
But it's also like the middle, like the pit was all general admission, and then both sides were kind of fenced off and had a bunch of tables, and that's where all the people, the VIPs, come to be seen. Yeah, they weren't even really watching the band. They just wanted to hang out with their fucking rich buddies. But yeah, man, it's interesting getting back out there.
Just imagine all these honkies flexing at the fucking Pearl Jam tribute band.
Yeah.
Let's go for a VIP ticket, yes.
Come along, Buffy.
Yeah. It's not so Pearl Jam. They rocked out though. Pretty good show.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
The attendance was, it was a nice looking crowd.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
I don't know how many people were there because they were just there. But the coolest fucking seats were the goddamn hotel rooms that their balconies overlooked the beach and the fucking stage.
Yeah.
So there was people in their rooms just sitting on the balcony checking out a free concert.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. You imagine like you're there anyways and you just happen to just be able to just sit on your balcony and watch Pearl Jam and fucking Nirvana do a concert.
That's pretty cool.
Because
not everybody knew. Somebody's in the room going,
Yeah.
fucking Pearl Jam? What?
Yeah. Like that sounds like they're like right there. Holy shit, there's a fucking stage down there.
Love it.
It's a good time.
Good. What you got going on, Jose?
Let's see.
9
Just finished up my
football
4th
drafts.
fantasy football draft.
He was literally drafting when we started the show.
Jesus.
Well, it was
How-
supposed
how
to be
many-
at 7, but then it got pushed back. Somebody had some.
How many leagues do you win, Jose?
Within 4, and that's it.
Good God.
Yeah. And but I placed in like the money in all of them last year, pretty much, almost. So, I'll take that.
Not
That's
our
bad.
league.
No, but I got that first pick.
And didn't
You
have
know what?
Wake up, Tito.
You didn't even do your punishment,
Didn't
so
have-
I don't even think you get a vote on this
Well,
trade.
the week hasn't even started yet. Gotta get the
The week
that's
hasn't
fine.
even
No,
started yet.
that's
Your
fine.
punishment had to be finished before the draft.
You don't need my vote for that to get fucking shot down.
Yeah, well,
Everybody
I'm
else
just
is
saying,
gonna
you got
fucking-
no voice because you didn't even do your punishment. Let's take a vote on that.
What's the vote?
The vote is which player on your team I get to send Anime
What was
Boy
his
for.
punishment? He was supposed to make a bunch of TikToks?
He was supposed to make a bunch of TikToks. I gave him the easiest punishment in the world, and he was like, "Nah."
I don't know. I think Jose might get a little frustrated with TikTok off the bat. Just the user interface with his big fat thumbs.
Yeah, no shit. You see some of the words? You notice there's always an N between most of my words? Because look at any
Listen.
button near
All
the
you gotta
space
do-
bar.
All you got to do is make a TikTok without all your N words. Okay, that's all.
I don't know how. Look, I always get N's, B's.
C's and F's.
Not you with all the N words, C words, B words, and F words.
They always end up in the middle of my letters in my goddamn text because I got fat thumbs and I go to hit the space bar, but no. And then when I go to look at the letter to hit send, I look back and it's like one ongoing word. And I have to go back and look for all the fucking B's and the N's and delete them and put a space. It's fucking frustrating.
Jose just out here rounding up the B's and the N's.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
got to because somebody's trading the Tyreek Hills away.
He wants the Anime Boy.
Well, that's fine, but I mean, you know.
Listen, Tyreek Hill has every bit of a chance of not playing after week 1 as any other player on that field.
Yeah,
okay?
I feel like
Let me just say, you know what? I think I found my role in this whole thing. I think I found where I fit into this whole operation here. A completely, truly unbiased opinion on the matter.
Okay, so
Killing the
here's
Anime Boy.
if there
That's
is.
what I'm saying, Lee.
Yeah, no. You got 15 rounds to make picks.
Unbiased doesn't count.
No, okay, so that's like trading Wolverine for fucking
Your
goddamn.
favorite character.
So,
No, get
in
the
this
fuck out of here.
situation,
For
which
Razor Hands,
Anime Boy,
and that's who Marvel keeps in their universe: Razor Hands or fucking Wolverine.
No, Lee, the way to think about it, if you want the true comparison.
No, the
Who
true
is your
comparison is that's a
Daredevil?
number
Your all-time
one
favorite
being
character is
traded for a
Daredevil, right?
14.
So what if I'm like,
that
Lee,
is correct, Kelly. Yes.
Lee, I'll give you Daredevil.
Uh-huh.
You give me.
You're not giving up Daredevil, though. You're not giving up Daredevil. When you open up Daredevil, you find out it's fucking Razor Hands in a Daredevil
All right.
suit.
I'll give you the Daredevil who tried to build hell in whatever place that nobody liked.
Shadowland Daredevil.
Shadowland Daredevil.
You don't even
in
get
exchange,
Shadowland Daredevil.
You give me your least favorite popular comic book character.
That is completely wildly inaccurate to what that
You're
trade
making him
is.
throw up in his mouth.
The trade is a 1 for a 12.
No, but the round it was picked.
What
in does
round
not
did you
matter.
draft him in? What round
doesn't
did you draft
matter.
him in?
I don't
It does
know what
matter
round I drafted
because
him in.
if he
What
was
does
that
matter?
good, he would have went in round 1, which
Doesn't matter.
Tyreek Hill did go in round 1.
It doesn't matter what round I drafted him in. It matters.
Yeah,
It's
it
supply
kinda
and
does.
demand.
No,
Now, see,
it's not supply and demand.
I might not be remembering correctly, but I think I might have had both players on my team last year. And Anime Boy Jamal Williams was a much better producer for me than Tyreek Hill over the long haul.
That's what I'm saying. Put the rounds aside. Who cares what round you draft somebody in?
A lot, because it's a first round pick. For what round did you draft him in?
I don't know, because the rounds don't matter.
Exactly. No, you don't know because you don't want to admit how low you took him.
No, I took him. I don't know. I'll look it up for you right now, but it doesn't change the fact that the rounds don't matter.
They kind of do.
9th round pick. Oh no, he had a question mark next to it, so he wasn't sure. He was ballparking.
So a 1 for a 9. So fair.
Let's see.
Well,
now,
I was right behind.
Putting aside the fact that, let's say I drafted him in the 9th round, because again, I don't have any idea. I haven't finished looking it up. But let's say I drafted him in the 9th round. That's 8 rounds where any one of you could have picked him up.
But you couldn't take Tyreek Hill because he was gone in the first round.
I know. And so
that's why the trade is unbalanced. So I
took the player that I knew Kelly would want.
Call Tito right now and ask him. Ask Tito what he thinks about that trade.
Any one of you could have taken the player.
And then ask Tito what he thinks about you calling him this late to tell him, hey, can you approve this Tyreek Hill for Jamal Williams trade? See how happy Tito is. That'll tell you where the fucking
Tito's
trade.
Already not happy.
Exactly, and he was asleep. Tito's goddamn asleep, and he's not happy.
Tito
right now, he's having nightmares, and he doesn't even know why yet because his brain is asleep.
Tito's fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine because it's not about the round. It's about who wants what.
Exactly, and you know who says that? The one trading Jamal Williams for Tyreek. It's just like when people say it's good luck when the bird shits on you during your wedding. Only people who get shit on during their wedding say that.
I don't know when he was more mad, this or the Antonio Brown trade.
The Antonio Brown one. Although I think I think you're right. I think this might be worse than the Antonio Brown one.
Exactly. The man who made the trade
about this.
He knows how wrong it is. And that's why that was the first.
I don't think it's wrong.
He made that offer first.
All right.
Because if it bit, he's like, oh shit, it worked. Because he knows he's not going to make a fair trade.
Position to take, though. Look at sneaky Mahoney over there making the offer he hopes Kelly takes first instead of my third preferred offer? To see if he bites on that one,
look,
and then I'm like,
I drafted the guy I know Kelly's going to take, and maybe I can snake his first round pick from him for a guy I took fucking
How about
halfway down the goddamn order.
Let's consider this.
Yeah.
If Kelly wasn't auto drafting, would he even have Tyreek Hill?
No, of course not.
He probably Jamal
honestly,
Williams first.
He probably let's pretend Kelly was at that draft. He would have taken Jamal Williams in the first pick of his draft.
I would have had to look him up, but yeah.
Yeah. So don't come to me with your round talk. Your round talk doesn't matter.
Is how we get Kelly interested in playing.
Hey, tell that to Tito.
I'm gonna.
Go give Tito the exact same explanation, and let's see.
He's gonna hear this. He listens to the show.
Does he?
All right. Well, I'm not the commissioner. It's in Tito's hands.
All right.
I'm just saying.
You're changing the subject. You didn't do your punishment.
That doesn't change the fact it's a 1 for a 9.
You shouldn't even have had a first round pick. This is all just a distraction to distract the rest of the league from the fact that you did not do your punishment.
I think we all need to take a step back. We need to do an independent investigation. Mahoney, Kelly, and Jose are suspended indefinitely.
I get first pick of all their players.
I don't give a fuck. I've got as good of players as any one of you.
Nice. You can have anyone on my team if you get me Anime Boy.
What?
He said, what?
Okay, here's the new plan. Here's the new plan. Jose, what do you give me for Anime Boy?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's dumb. Because you can trade him to Kelly for whatever you want. Why would you not give me something for Anime Boy?
Jose, you can have anyone on my team.
Lee has so many guns to pretend to commit suicide with.
He's laying on his couch like me when you went through that wrestling roster.
He said, payback, Lee. Now tell me about your week.
You got shouted out by Sheila in the Discord for your FDR New Deal reference last week, Mahoney.
Yes, you did.
I don't even remember that.
Well, because the tag team is called FTR, and you were like, FDR?
No.
But like I said privately, while that segment did take a long time, we did cut 2 people who ended up getting cut this week. So,
Yeah, which is kind of insane.
But we did
Let me
cut
just-
a shit
Now,
ton
here's
of
your
people.
punishment for that fucking trade offer, Mahoney. Wrestling talk. Go.
You don't get to talk to me about anything fantasy football related until you make however many TikToks was in your punishment. And I feel like you should have to double it. You should have to double it for not doing it.
No, how about this, Mahoney? He has to make 1 TikTok. He has to make 1 TikTok, and he cannot make any moves until he makes 1 TikTok.
The
J-Pop
only
says
move I'm
the
making
Antonio
this
Brown
season is
trade
that
was
fucking
way
veto
worse.
button. What happened?
J-Pop says the Antonio Brown trade was way worse.
The Antonio Brown trade was
Collusion at its
I don't want to
finest.
say
No. Antonio Brown was
collusion.
collusion. This one is taking advantage.
this one is not taking advantage. If I give Kelly the person he would have drafted in the first round for his first round pick, explain to me how I'm taking advantage of
It
it.
actually is a great point. But Kelly did not pick him in the first round.
Who was drafted? Yeah, exactly. You're
Kelly
talking
didn't.
in what if.
Kelly
I can't
didn't.
play in what ifs.
And
All I
then
can go with is what R's. And what is B is Tyreek Hill was taken in the first.
Doesn't matter.
And
Doesn't
he
matter.
would not have made
Every-
it past the first. And the trade offer is for a 9th to 10th round.
Yeah,
pick.
so who cares? So Kelly would have picked somebody in the first, right? So put aside Tyreek Hill for a minute. Whoever Kelly
Kiki
picked.
Well, you
Barber.
can't put aside Tyreek Hill because that's who the trade's for.
Okay, fine. So then you are the one who raised he wouldn't have been able to be there if Kelly didn't pick him because somebody else would have got Tyreek Hill. Yeah, sure. If Kelly had picked Anime Boy in round 1, then someone else would have got Tyreek Hill. Possibly me. Who knows? So put aside who the player is. If Kelly wanted Anime Boy in round 1 and the computer fucked it up for him, I'm just making it whole. And every single one of you between round 1 and round whatever could have drafted Anime Boy and done the same thing.
Yeah, I was
Not
gonna.
like I took him
right
with my
after
first
you
round
did.
pick.
So you hear that? Any one of you could have took advantage of Kelly. That's what he's
It's
saying.
not taking advantage to make him
That's
whole.
what he's saying.
Listen, I'm just fantasy football Helen Keller, and I just want the Braille Bible put in
Well,
my
it's
hand.
fine. But he's selling you a fucking just a regular Bible. There ain't no Braille in there.
We just talked about how last year Anime Boy did better for Knives than Tyreek Hill. We literally just talked about it.
If I'm not mistaken.
We love the Tyreek Hill, don't we, folks?
Wow. Kelly, tell us about your week.
Tell us about your Tyreek Hill.
I don't know anything about him.
Real
I
Tyreek
know.
Hill to die on.
And Mahoney knows
He's
that too,
Fortnite,
and that's
Kelly.
why he went for him.
He plays Fortnite. That's
Ugh,
what I know
yeah,
about him.
Ugh. All right, cool. You can have him.
He's a Fortnite streamer.
Ugh. Oh. Ugh. Ugh.
Hey,
He's
you're
yours.
a Fortnite streamer, Kelly.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
You're a Fortnite influencer.
Killing myself.
I sent
Bye.
you a WWE championship so you could be a belt
Oh,
mutant
God.
in Fortnite.
This pocket knife isn't sharp enough. I keep stabbing my abdomen and nothing happens.
Stop pretending to commit suicide, you guys.
Guys, it's like do or do not. There is no try.
I'm gonna get that Anime Boy.
You are. Don't you worry. You're getting Anime Boy.
Oh,
I will
shit.
trade you
We're-
3 wide receivers if this trade isn't fair enough.
we're-
Because I know
This trade is plenty
Jose's-
fair.
Jose's
When
really
Tito listens
upset.
Giving
to the
him
show.
2 more wide receivers isn't going to make it fairer.
all this talk
Jose,
about
you're very
Anime Boy.
upset.
He's like,
Mahoney is
this trade
getting-
isn't fair enough. How about I give you 2 more guys? How about I give you my second and my third round pick for this 9th round guy?
I hope everybody enjoys getting their Instagram possibly hacked into after all this talk about Anime Boy.
I wish I could trade him to the fucking center of the earth.
We're gonna get a bunch of password reset emails.
Yeah. I am very interested, all you listeners out there, if you are a silent listener who doesn't usually interact with us, I want to know who's right, me or Jose, okay? I want to hear from everybody. We got a Discord, we got email, we got a fucking phone number.
Yeah. Well, hold on. We don't
everyone call Mahoney and tell him what you think about the
Everybody call me up and be like, you know what, Mahoney, you had a great point.
We don't have a phone number anymore, I don't think. And also, I'm not checking any email, so go to the Discord.
Go to the Discord.
Tweet us. And I'm not telling you to X us.
Or go to the
tweet
Discord.
us.
Skeet us. Send us some Zeets.
X us sounds like a breakup. Like you're gonna dump us.
Well, I mean, it was created by the most divorced man.
Yeah, that's actually
He's suing the Anti-Defamation League for tanking the stock price of Twitter because the Anti-Defamation League went to a bunch of their advertisers and said that they let Nazis back on the platform.
Well, I mean, if the Nazi fits.
We had a bunch of Nazis chilling in Orlando this past week.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty cool. It's so cool how all the Nazis always have a DeSantis flag, isn't it?
You know what's really wild to me? Like, it's typical. Like, there are so many movies set in World War II because it is universally accepted that the Nazis are bad guys.
Right.
And so you don't have to offend anybody because you're like, oh, I'll just make this movie happen here and the bad guy will be Nazis. Because everybody in the world agrees that the Nazis are bad guys. And all of a sudden, we get to live long enough where people are like, are they though? Like, what the hell?
Nazis on that comeback kick.
Yeah. Like, no thanks.
If I saw them on the side of the road in Orlando, it would be real tough for me not to jerk the wheel.
For real.
You just really beat him off?
Sure, my wife would be very disappointed in me, and I would probably have a lot of legal problems to deal with, but I would be a hero.
Oh, you'd be a goddamn legend.
And could you imagine how many auto zones would be short-staffed the next few months?
Yeah, who's going to arrest you, Nice? You ran over all the Nazis.
Yeah, they keep saying that police departments are having trouble filling jobs, and I think that's because they're all going to jail for January 6th. See, that one dude got 22 years for January 6th?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Proud Boy guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
The black white supremacist named Enrique.
He's got a whole lot going on, that guy.
Yeah. He made a few real poor decisions in his life. His lawyers tried to get him a reduced sentence because the lawyer was like, hey, he's worked with the FBI as an informant before. Give this guy a break.
And he's like, what? Hey, shut up, motherfucker.
Oh, no, that was well known.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They don't care.
They probably threw that out right away. He's FBI. Let him go.
I just listened to a podcast on Nixon and the Watergate scandal and kind of what brought his whole shit down. The parallels are striking. I didn't know a lot of the details, right? I just kind of knew, they broke into a hotel, whatever the fuck, I didn't know the ins and outs of it, but it's kind of insane how closely the two stories mirror. I'm like, even the roles of bit players, it's nuts.
To the point where they're able to bring on people who were implicated in Watergate as experts on the news shows.
Oh my God. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, and the reason they didn't prosecute Nixon is because he resigned and didn't run again.
Well, and then he got pardoned. Gerald Ford pardoned him.
Right.
Yeah. because he was like, we should just get to healing and move on. I was like, no, fuckhead.
Nixon was an inside job.
And in some ways, we've never really bounced back from it as a people.
Yeah.
Like, as far as our complete and utter lack of trust in the government, it's only getting worse.
Have you guys seen the article that The Independent put out 2 days ago?
Maybe.
You're going to have to refresh my memory. I read a lot.
The headline reads, "From Donald Trump to CM Punk, is 2023 the year toxic men finally get their comeuppance?"
Oh, yeah. I definitely saw that. Definitely saw that. And I should have taken my little meme that I made and posted it in the fucking comments there. Simping for an asshole, Trump fans and CM Punk fans.
That one's very good.
And then this one.
Best in the world at being a bitch.
In the article, they say, talking about Punk, the incident was the culmination of 2 years of malfeasance by the so-called best in the world, which is a nickname that only sounds cool until people realize you picked it yourself.
Ouch.
Holy shit.
Going in hard.
I mean, don't we all really pick our own nicknames, though?
Not really.
I mean, Comic Geek Kelly, he picked, right?
Yeah, I did do that.
But he doesn't really go by Comic Geek Kelly.
Yeah, we
no
don't call
no
him
one
that,
calls
though.
me that.
I mean,
I think
we
you're
all
stretching
right.
the definition of nickname.
we all call
No one has
Mahoney
ever called
Mahoney
me that.
because his screen name was Mahoney, but he doesn't really go by Mahoney.
Yeah,
I
his
mean, at
parents
this
picked
stage,
that
I
name.
almost kind of do, though.
Yeah.
He goes by fantasy football Jezebel.
Oh my god.
Jim
Jose,
Ross. Jim Ross
get
is
more
here.
creative. Get more creative.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and take all this
Look,
shit from
I'm
the
not
last
gonna
place
sit
finisher.
and draft
Last
people in round
place
one.
finisher who
I'm
didn't
gonna-
even do his punishment.
I'm going to wait and fleece him later.
Can I
Jose over
running out of
here
toy
telling
guns.
me
We
how
can't
to
do this
play
again.
fantasy football when he's last place.
Lee, tell me about your wrestling.
I'm going to have to buy more toy guns at this rate.
I can mute both of them. You guys start going at it again. I'm going to put you both in the
I'll
corner.
call.
Jose and I are going on our own call to fight about this.
We'll fucking moot you guys.
We're gonna have our own podcast
Oh my gosh.
with hookers and fantasy football.
It's
players.
giving me fucking PTSD from just the weeks and weeks of getting yelled at by Jose.
Hey,
Damn it.
trade right.
It is his right trade. He wanted him in
Trade
round
rights.
one.
Oh,
He wanted
Trade
him in round
rights.
one. I'm saying
Trade rights.
all right, they're muted. Mahoney, tell us about your week. Oh, wait. They have to unmute themselves. I can't unmute them. Sorry.
Did you cut off my Phantom Menace joke?
We sure did, buddy.
Jose, you have to unmute yourself in...
He's yelling about trade routes like it's something out of the Phantom Menace.
Nice.
Is it my week? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Your week's quite gone.
'cause-
Lee, tell us about wrestling.
We started talking about wrestling, but we need to get to your week first so we can...
Because my week's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
What did I do this week? I don't know. I didn't do anything. I did a bunch of yard work. That sucked.
It's
I had
starting
to
get-
like move sprinkler heads. You ever moved a fucking sprinkler head? It's the worst.
Absolutely
Oh.
not.
You have
Yeah.
to dig that shit up?
You gotta dig it up. You gotta dig a new trench. You gotta like push all this fucking plastic like connectors into these rubber hoses and push all the hoses together, and it sucks. Like at the end of the day, it's not hard, but you know, anytime you have to dig in the ground, it sucks ass. So
Yeah, no. All I'm
Not
hearing
fun, I
is
don't
that's some shit you
recommend
should
that.
hire somebody else to do.
yeah, the problem is you try to hire somebody else, and it's like $800.
Yeah,
and
they're
you're
gonna
like,
fuck you in the ass real good.
Like they really
I can
upcharge
fucking
you
dig a
for,
hole.
I don't want to dig a hole money, you know, like.
Yeah, I just had to change our blinker because I know it's a fucking $4 light, and I know they're gonna charge us like fucking $50 to put
Exactly.
it in.
Yeah. So, but I'll tell you, when I was laying in the dirt, I was like, I should have hired somebody to do this. I was like, I make good money. Why am I laying in the dirt right now?
Hey, look on the bright side. In Florida, it's all sand.
Yeah, see, that would be
Yeah.
nice. I
No.
can't dig
It's
handle.
not.
That sucks way worse.
It's way worse for like digging and
way
shit.
worse.
But why?
Because it
just
gets
becomes stone.
and it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh, yeah,
guess.
yeah, you lay in sand.
I mean, I
you're
can't put
fucking-
my hand in the ground without picking up 75 like fist-sized rocks. Like, so
Well, I mean, you're in New Hampshire. Wait, you're not
The
in New
granite
Hampshire. Are
state.
you? Yeah,
You guys are the
You're in-
rock capital of the rocks.
yeah,
yeah. You're all by all them rocks.
yeah. So you try to dig a trench and you're like, oh, big rock. 2 inches later, oh, giant rock.
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
So I'll take sand. Give me some sand.
It's rough and it's
and,
coarse.
you know,
Gets everywhere.
that's about the only exciting thing I did. I don't really remember anything else. So Kelly, tell us about your wrestling.
Let's go.
All right. Let's fucking start with Saturday.
Oh my god.
Midday.
Saturday,
a day.
1983.
Midday. It's announced by AEW that CM Punk has been terminated
With cause.
with cause after a lengthy investigation about the incident at All In. I'm so happy they did it. I didn't think they would, but
Nope.
here we are.
No, I did not expect them to actually pull the trigger and dump him, but they did, and the fucking witch is dead. Ding dong.
It confirmed the report that Punk tried to fight Tony as well.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Lunged at him.
Which now, like on the Observer Radio, Dave said that they were being very kind in
In those
describing what
words.
happened as
Yeah.
lunging.
Yeah, so Punk definitely got a hold of him, right?
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
like
it had to be
120
something
pounds soaking wet. He's a tiny little man. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
because on Collision, Tony said he feared for his life.
He sure did. And people
So, yeah.
kind of roast that Tony Khan said that they fired CM Punk partially because Tony Khan feared for his life. He's been going to wrestling shows for 30 years, producing a wrestling show for 4 years. Never before that moment did he fear for his life. And people are dogging him, but he's just a little guy.
Yeah. And also, that dude used to regularly go to the ECW arena.
Yeah.
As a child. Which means he's seen some shit.
He's seen some shit.
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
like-
they weren't coming after him.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Just
He's
because he
seen
like
some
runs
shit,
a wrestling company
But they
doesn't
weren't
mean
trying
that.
to stab him with forks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because he runs it doesn't mean he's like ready to fight them.
Yeah, I mean, this might be the first time like someone like that actually tried to really beat the fuck out of him.
Yep. So it all came out, and he's fucking gone.
Gone.
I
And
mean, he is a black belt in fucking MMA, right?
no.
I
He
probably
did
can't
really
get a black
well.
belt and shit. I fucking know black belts.
So it was supposed to
Fucker is
be
no black belt.
they've been hyping up Ricky Starks versus Punk for All Out, but under the guise of Ricky Starks beat Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with a strap. So it was eventually going to be Punk Ricky Starks in a strap match, but that couldn't happen. So they turned it into Ricky Starks was going to fight Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a 70-plus-year-old man, in a strap match at the pay-per-view. But instead signed a contract for Ricky Starks versus the Dragon. And I thought that was so silly because what lawyer would allow that contract to fly? But yeah, Ricky Starks signed a contract to fight the Dragon thinking he was going to fight an elderly man, but ended up having to fight Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. And holy shit, did they beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah,
They
that
beat
match ruled.
the fuck out of each other.
That whole pay-per-view, start to finish, was them showing that they're good. AEW is back, baby.
Yep. It was the dark cloud was lifted, and everyone worked super hard. And you know what? We haven't heard a single report of anything happening backstage.
No fucker at all. Just good wrestling.
Yeah, isn't that weird that nothing seemingly happened? There was no, like, there's nothing. No one fought anybody. No one was going out spreading rumors. Nothing happened.
Well, I think a big part of the problem of all this, besides Punk, is they need to get rid of these leaks.
Yeah. FTR.
Too much talking to the press. Too much texting with your buddy at Fightful. Like, keep that shit in-house. We don't need to know all that backstage stuff. Like, we love it.
Yeah, but how much are they getting paid for it?
Yeah, we love the messy drama, but keep that shit backstage. Like, how did we find out that Sid tried to stab Arn Anderson with some scissors?
I just saw that picture. That's fucking hilarious. Punked. That's pretty good.
I thought you saw a picture of, like, Sid or Arn Anderson covered in stab wounds. It's fucking hilarious.
Sid with a pair of fucking safety scissors.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they should bring Sid in and have him squash the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
So Ricky the Dragon Steamboat getting a title run?
No.
Yes, definitely.
In fact, he shouldn't have even gotten a microphone.
Oh, it's that bad?
He seemed a little drunk. I don't know if he was drunk or just a little old or what, but
drunk on power. He's about to be champ.
No.
But yeah, so Saturday was a happy day. It was a very fun day online. It was much like when Trump got COVID. We all had a good laugh about all of it.
Yes. I was at the weed. I'll always remember when I found out CM Punk got fired. I was sitting in the parking lot at the weed store. What a way to find that out, huh?
A lot of dudes having an extremely normal time about it online, too.
What a real dipshit move to, like, have something that causes you to leave a company. And you get to come back, and you get to, like, make amends.
Yeah.
And you just fuck up and get fired.
Show.
Yeah. They gave him his own show after
he tried to fight people higher than him in the company.
Yeah. What's up with the Bucks? Are they still like?
I think they're loving life.
Yeah, they seem real stoked.
No, but they're wrestling and everybody was back.
They were on Collision.
Okay.
This show they weren't allowed on.
Yeah, there were a bunch of Collision debuts on Saturday night, which was weird.
Matt Jackson did a victory lap.
Lots of champagne popping.
When you think about this whole situation with Punk and AEW, and then you kind of think back to the Punk situation with WWE, and WWE is trash, garbage, evil. But like maybe they weren't 100% in the wrong.
That's hard to say.
That's a tough
yeah. How fucked up is that? Where you're making us defend WWE?
Yeah.
How fucked up are you?
It's wild. Like this whole thing is wild, and that apparently now it's coming out that 10 months ago he had pitched to do a WWE return and wanted them to try and buy out his AEW contract, and they're like, no.
Oh God. That's sad.
They should have strung him along and made him think he was, and like he leaves the AEW and they still don't sign him.
Oh,
and he was like, I want to do a feud with Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is like, bitch, I re-signed with WWE so I wouldn't have to work with you.
Motherfucker, I'm best friends with the Bucks. Like he told Cody when Cody left WWE to go find the Bucks.
Yeah.
Because they would be good friends.
Yeah.
Just
sure did.
It goes back to when they brought Punk back for that WWE All Access Studio show. And it's like, what a fucking sad hypocrite to actually want to go back there after all that has been done and all that has been said.
Whoa. He was a Fox employee, okay?
When you want to change the narrative, you got to become the narrative. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. I can't wait until CM Punk is sucking on a blood money covered dick in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think he will. I don't think they'll touch him.
I hope they don't.
Because I don't think Triple H or Vince want anything to do with him.
Mm-mm.
And also, they're in their cost-cutting mode still, so they're not going to sign a high
Oh, that's right. And
deal contract.
And Punk has been a UFC and a WWE employee, and they're probably looking at the ledger like, no, we can't afford that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
buddy.
I don't think they'll touch him.
I wonder if New Japan will have any interest, even though they have the relationship with AEW.
I don't see it.
Impact for you, buddy. Enjoy.
He's gonna go back to making indie horror movies and call it a day.
Yeah, if you're Impact, you might as well try.
Yeah.
What's the
You
worst
guys don't
that can
think he'll
happen?
come back to the challenge, right?
No,
Well, he
that's
might.
very possible.
Oh no.
He'll be extra messy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He'll try and fight everyone.
Well,
He's still with AJ?
yeah, I feel like that's one of the worst results of this whole situation is that now AJ and AEW is never going to happen.
Oh, no, not now.
I don't think it was gonna happen.
You
'cause
don't? I feel like she was gearing up for it. But
she seems to be content doing the WoW show.
oh, she's done. She's done with that.
Oh, that's done?
Yeah, or her contract was up or whatever.
Oh, well, never mind.
And then she started posting ab pictures, and it's like, oh,
No CG on those.
mm-mm.
Yeah, so that was Saturday. Saturday was a lovely day, and as was Sunday. Because Sunday, I went down to Chicago for All Out. But first, stopped at my buddy Chris's house for the Voices of Wrestling cookout. Had a great time.
Nice.
Let me read you off the menu that Chris had that we had.
Oh my goodness.
So, chicken legs, pulled pork, ribs, tri-tip, brats, burgers, apple brats, Mexican street corn salad, barbecue baked beans with bacon, cornbread, potato salad, watermelon chips.
I need
Tremendous.
to shit out of all that.
Mm-hmm,
It was all so fucking good.
What's a watermelon
Did you
chip?
say street corn salad?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So instead of
Yeah.
like eating it off the cob, it's all the ingredients just kind of mixed up. Was it like pasta salad?
Kinda, I think, yeah.
Aioli.
Yeah, we've got a
It's
recipe
usually
for
got
that.
mayo, so yeah.
Mayo, sour cream, lime. Street corn's the shit.
Yeah, I ate so fucking much. Had a great time. Love seeing those guys. And then we went to the show where we got our... So we normally do the suite for the shows, but we had too many people. So we got 2 suites.
Oh, literally
Wow.
too sweet.
Too sweet.
So,
Ooh, sweet.
because the suite it holds 20 people, and we had 24.
Holy shit, running deep.
And Chris asked, like, hey, is it possible to get 20 or 24 in there? And they're like, no, you can't do that with fire code and stuff. And they're like, but we do have these small suites that fit 4 people. Like, fucking cool. Okay, so we did that. And I was going down with my friends Justin and Brianna, so I'm like, all right, there's 3 of us. You know what? We'll go to Exile Island. That's fine. We had the largest group, so it's like, all right, cool. We'll go and take someone else with us. It's fine. We lucked out. Exile Island was pretty fucking sweet. We got
So-
nice leather chairs to sit in. There
Wait,
was
how did
like
you split the 24?
it was 4 and 20.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What do you mean
That-
4 and 20?
A 20-person suite and a 4-person suite.
But was it not 2 20-people suites?
It was not. They have specific
okay,
like,
okay,
smaller
okay.
suites for
All right.
like groups of
Never
people.
mind. I thought you had two
It's just 4 people in this
20-person
big ass
suites.
20.
In a giant
And it was
suite.
like, yeah.
That would have been
Well,
amazing.
the 20 of us will cram into this one, and the 4 of you can enjoy the open spaces of the luxurious 20-person suite to yourself.
If Kelly was at All Out in a suite with room for 16 more people and we're sitting at home, I would have been
it's just
so
like-
mad and
like-
jealous.
I don't know if I can eat any more of this shrimp, but I gotta.
But yeah, so we get there, we've got like, so they walk us in, it's like they call it like the Budweiser Premium Lounge or fucking whatever. So we walk in and they lead us to, and they're like, okay, here is your dining table. And then they show us like past a curtain and they're like, and this is your mini suite. And it was just two rows of 2 seats, really nice leather chairs. Then we went out to get food, and there's just this huge buffet of all the food and all the drink we can eat and anything. Like, I go up to the bar just to grab a bottle of water, and I was like, hey, do I pay for this? And the guy's like, no, take as many as you want. Like, oh, okay.
Water's for the fucking table.
Yeah. Water's for the table. You're goddamn right.
Classic.
All 24 tables.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, it is a game changer to have halfway through a wrestling show a cup of coffee and a plate of desserts.
Yeah. You sent that picture of the cup of coffee, and Mary got up and made herself some hot cocoa.
Yeah. Game changer. Just so good. All the food was great.
So did they have were they doing like the feed on some monitors up in there, or is it just the seats? Just curious.
Just the seats.
Okay.
But they're pretty
I
good
think like
seats.
oh no, they were really good seats. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we got to do that shit for Double or Nothing in Vegas. I'm dead fucking serious. That'd be so rad.
That would be cool.
I'd fucking love it.
Yeah, the suite's the way to go. It's so cool.
It's so fucking sweet. And you don't have to be around all the fucking marks.
Right.
Some
Like the
asshole
thing
narrating
with
all of wrestling.
Yeah, with the smaller suite, you were closer to other people, just how it was laid out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a little bit of a downside. But I did get to overhear at one point one guy telling his friends about how much he loved Don Callis when he was with the Oddities.
As the jackal.
And yes, and he flat out said, "You guys got to check this out on Peacock."
Wait.
He
Are you
did.
fucking serious?
He
Yeah.
said, "You didn't realize the jackal was Don Callis?"
No. Oh my god.
And he wasn't
that's
with the
insane.
Oddities for long, because then the ICP came in.
Right.
You know who he was with for a while, though? Kurgan.
Yeah.
Fucking Kurgan, what?
And then the guy followed that up with, like, "You got to see his work. It was upstanding."
Fucking shout out Kurgan.
Upstanding.
That shit stood real up.
Oh yeah, that's him. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
J-Pop in the
God damn, look
chat
at
says,
that hair.
listen, I know you all don't know me, but if you do a suite in Vegas, let me know.
Look at that hair.
Oh yeah, his hair was glorious.
Wild. I saw Kurgan. We watched Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes, and Kurgan popped up in that. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, yeah, look at that.
Fuck yeah.
As a bare knuckle
Was it
boxer.
the first or second?
The first one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Truth Commission. That's
Yep.
right.
Mhm.
Wrestling is fucking wild, y'all.
It really is.
It sure is.
All right, so yeah, All Out overall really good show. Let's run down. You guys got anything stand out on the 0 hour? Because nothing really. I mean, we did have Dennis Rodman being high as fuck.
You know, we were doing the Pop Fantasy Football draft during that, so I had one screen was the draft, one screen was 0 hour.
I love those fucking belts for the Acclaimed so much. The dumb scissor
They're
belt.
great.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So good.
They do amazing shit in AEW. Jose.
Yeah.
You need reference for this. So you know the Acclaimed, right? The rapper, and they got Billy Gunn.
Listen,
The dudes wear pinks.
The Scissor Me Daddies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they won the trios titles from the House of Black at All In last weekend.
Okay.
And then made their own trios titles with pink straps, and then the ends of the straps look like scissors so they could fucking scissor their titles together.
Oh my god. So that's just it's
awesome.
still just they're running shit, huh?
I mean, yeah, it's one of the most over gimmicks in wrestling.
How wild. How fucking
It was
wild.
devastating when they lost the belts to the Guns, just so the Guns could drop it to FTR when they came back.
Yeah, but look at the Guns now.
Look at the Guns now. Look at those boys.
Love them boys. Austin Gunn is the most cartoon character wrestler in AEW.
Is he the
now.
taller one or the thicker one?
The shorter one.
Okay.
And
I don't know if I can agree with that because Juice Robinson's right there.
Well, I'm just saying, like, as far as in ring, like selling, he's just like a literal Looney Tunes character. Like, it reminds me of Shawn Michaels bumping off of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I'm consistently more and more impressed with those guys. They got it going on. They're just great bullshit heel guys.
Well, yeah, and being next to Jay White, you can't help but look a little cool.
Yeah. Right.
Talk about abs you want to rub your eyes along.
Yep. Yeah, no shit.
I loved when Rodman hit Satnam with the guitar.
Yes.
And then proceeded to not leave the ring.
And then just
held
the neck of the guitar and stood there for like what felt like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Rodman in the United Center came out in the Acclaim's corner, Jose.
He scissored him?
He did scissor. Yeah. And he hit Satnam Singh with a guitar. And then just hung out.
And he was just like, look, if I get out of this ring, I'm not getting back in.
Right.
Yeah. I'm in here now. Let's do everything
here.
you want to do with me now. I'm here.
Rodman doesn't really understand the concept of the hard cam in wrestling.
He's like, man, I barely came to this place when I worked here.
Yeah. But thank God.
Anything else of note from the 0 hour for you guys?
I don't think so. No.
Fucking love Hangman.
Yeah, Hangman won the Battle Royal, donated his $50,000 to school kids in Chicago.
That was one thing I saw some of the mutants talking about how, see all this shit and fucking Hangman's just on the pre-show. Look at that.
Somebody's got to be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was their last grasp at fucking Punk winning somehow, I guess, was Paige being on the pre-show. I don't fucking
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Paige goes to work next week. Punk doesn't.
Oh!
Yeah.
Who really won that one?
Got him.
Yep.
Got him.
Then we get to the main show, Ring of Honor World Title match, Better Than You, baby, defeat the Dark Order. I thought this was fine, perfect for an opener.
Pretty good match, yeah.
Kept the goofiness out of the main, so I was happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Had
Good interaction between
the kerfuffle with Samoa Joe at the end. That was cool.
Which had to be a last minute decision to do a MJF Samoa Joe program. You assume maybe they were going towards Punk next.
Well, I think they were. It all depends on if the tournament was coming up either way, because I think what they're trying to do is just get a couple different people that have issues with MJF into this tournament.
Nice.
Because you've got Roddy in there, and now you've got Joe, and I don't recall who else is in there.
Put
but,
fucking Wardlow's ass in there.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah!
Kelly, would you say MJF is bigger or smaller than a bear?
These days?
These days, he might be a little bit bigger with all the juice he's on.
All right, slightly concerned then.
No, he's definitely pissing hot. He's fucking yoked.
I don't want to pissing hot stuff all over me. No thanks.
Before the when we were at Chris's house for the barbecue, it was fucking hot out. It was like in the 90s and humid, so we were inside most of the time. And Chris had on All Out 2021. Oh yeah, there's a big old difference between 2021 MJF and 2023 MJF.
Yeah, I mean it's working though.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, decent opener, and then that led into Joe versus Shane Taylor, which was a solid match. Nothing much to it, I thought, but got Joe on the card and gave us the excuse for that interaction with MJF.
Yeah, and you could probably call that match a beef slapper if it weren't for...
It was
until later.
Yes, which was something that we've never seen before.
Yeah, no, I've never... Was that next?
No, next was Luchasaurus versus Darby, which was nuts. With Darby
that was an
bumping his ass off.
Yeah, whooped his ass from bell to bell.
He put the steel steps on Darby's back, the small of his back, and then walked up the steps into the ring.
That was so fucking gnarly, man.
We're gonna see Darby Allin die live on television, aren't we?
Oh yeah. He's gonna die before Sting.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, this was an incredibly strong win for Luchasaurus. I thought this was really good.
Yeah.
And Christian remains great.
But is it true that when they got to the media scrum, Christian sat down and was like, "How's everybody's father tonight?"
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's like
fucking tremendous. I love it.
Christian's here to do two things: remind you your dad's dead and fuck your mom.
Oh, wow.
Jesus, that's his thing?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Christian
hope he
has
does
found
them at the
himself
same time.
in like 4 programs with people who have dead dads, some of them very recently dead dads.
Yeah.
And will and focuses all his energy on reminding the fuckers their dad's dead. It's so brutal.
Yeah, I saw somebody make the joke that no way Cody's coming back to AEW with Christian walking around.
That's fucked up.
And someone at the media scrum did ask Christian if, like, the possibility of Edge coming in, but they worded it as like, "Oh, do you have any like friends coming in?" And Christian goes, "I don't have any friends." He's like, "Luchasaurus is my friend. That's it." Christian is so good right now.
This says he's wearing his character like on his fucking face. Like he looks like the most punchable man on the fucking planet right now. It's so good.
The man wrestles in a sleeveless turtleneck.
What the fuck?
Straight up a sleeveless turtleneck.
Holy shit.
He's just a James Bond villain who reminds you that your dad's dead.
Oh my god, and then fucks whatever girl you came with.
Yep.
No, or your mom specifically.
Yes, specifically your mom.
Okay, moms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going for moms.
Yeah, very much, your dad's dead, so have your mom give me a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him the Widowmaker.
Oh my god.
And it all started with Jack Perry.
Holy shit, did it? That was the ouch.
That was the
Jack
catalyst
Perry's
for
dead
this.
dad. Then there was Wardlow's dead dad. Then Nick Wayne's dead dad.
I think there was another dead dad in there somewhere.
Darby's dead dad.
Yeah, so many dead dads. But
fucking Christian is the best.
Yeah. But next was the beef fight.
Kelly's right. Yeah, go ahead, please.
It was the most like vibes match I've ever seen. And I don't even know how it started. Just all of a sudden, the crowd in unison started chanting meat and beef whenever these dudes would hit each other.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible. Like, I feel like I willed it into existence. These are two big, beefy boys. And man, it sure is great to watch dudes hit each other and the entire crowd yell, meat. Or beef.
Yeah. Meat forever.
Meat forever. Because it was meat. Just big walls of meat slapping into each other.
Just so hard.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like they were lumbering around either.
No.
They were going top speed, full throttle, just beating on each other.
Yeah.
And like even like before the crowd started really getting into it, like with the meat chants, Excalibur was like, as a wise man once said, two big beefy men slapping meat. And then it's like it just put it out in the air, and before long the crowd was just shouting, beef! Beef!
Well, I mean, if any crowd's going to chant beef, it's going to be Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. And like they were feeling it. They were getting into it and beefing even more.
Oh yeah, if you're those two guys, you don't then turn down the beef.
Yeah, no, you lean into the beef.
Yeah, no. You gotta double beef and cheddar that motherfucker.
Yeah, you become one with the beef. You are now the beef.
Yeah.
You're so much the beef, you're getting lost in the back of
C2E2.
McCormick Place smoking a joint.
Call this match Arby's. They had the meats.
You know,
Sure did.
whop, whop.
Yeah. That was a great time. And it made me feel bad for the next match because I was burnt out and had to go get my cup of coffee and desserts, so I barely paid attention to Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho.
But then also, at the end of the match,
I forgot Hot and Flexible.
Miro's hot and flexible wife came out, but he thought she was a hallucination.
I was so fucking confused when the Tron lights up and says hot and flexible, and I was like, what is happening?
And then Miro's like, this motherfucker's not real. You're not real.
Miro's character is a never nutter.
I never put that two and two together.
He doesn't nut.
He doesn't
Yeah,
nut
there's
because
always,
he needs
there's
success.
always something keeping him from going home to his hot and flexible wife.
Yeah.
Some reason he can't return to her.
My boy doesn't nut. He just keeps it all in him for his strength or fucking whatever those people do it for.
I mean, it's kind of a fighter regimen that
You're saying real life or his character?
His character. I assume
He's dumping clips in Lana all the time. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
hot
the hot and flexible.
Or does he not? He's just like, fuck it, I'll do this as my character now.
I mean, it's possible. He's pretty mean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some proof. Present it to me.
But I'm really hoping Tony just goes full steam ahead with the beef division following this.
Oh my god.
A fucking beef belt?
Super heavyweight?
Where it's just like bacon holding the metal?
Yep. Just all the beef boys. Get them all in.
Strap
Bring our
up
boy
Satnam
Sakamoto
Singh.
over.
Fuck yeah. And leave the pants at home, Sakamoto.
He may kind of be a little bit washed, but you know what? He'll put on the legend pants and meet it out with some boys.
Meet it out with me, Daddy.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, the TBS title, like I said, I didn't pay much attention to it because
It's good. It's fine.
Coffee
Yeah,
and desserts.
The outcasts are pretty much done, so that's cool.
I do like hot, crazy housewife Tony Storm.
Oh yeah, Mommy
She's got the
Dearest.
vapors.
Yeah, it was something about the outcasts with the three of them, and you look at them like, oh, all of their gimmicks are that they're kind of a rocker chick. So it is nice to see Tony get a unique personality and a unique character.
And then after that was the incredible Ricky Starks, Bryan Danielson strap match that was bloody as all hell. We got the final countdown, which was fantastic, made the match feel even bigger.
The joke was going around that since they fired Punk, they had the money to pay for the final countdown.
I guess Tony said at the presser, he said their initial deal was for 2 uses.
Oh!
So they've been, keeping it in their back pocket.
It was well needed on that night.
Yes. Yeah, this match was nuts. They beat.
He said, "Yeah, final countdown to your last check, Punk."
They were both bloody.
Like the welt marks on Ricky were insane.
That last shot where Danielson is choking Ricky Starks with the strap, and Ricky Starks' face is turning red, and he looks right into the camera as his eyes are bulging out. That's going to be on a shirt. That's like that's going to be iconic when it happens. Like, that's the fucking Stone Cold not tapping out to the sharpshooter and passing out in his own blood moment.
Yep. Yeah, and I think there was another one of these later in the show too. We'll get to that a little later, but yeah, this match was great, and you can tell they both went out there to prove something. And fucking Bryan talked about on the presser, Ricky carried him because Bryan still, like, that arm is still not fully healed.
Yeah.
Like, he even said, he's like, yeah, I don't think anyone noticed, but like, I didn't do anything with that.
I was watching. I was definitely watching it, and it did not seem. He said he didn't throw any strikes with his broken arm.
Yeah.
But he did look good, though. Like, it looked
good.
Oh,
yeah.
And the notion kept going around all weekend, and it's like, whenever Punk fucking flames out, here comes Bryan Danielson to save the day.
Yep. Yeah, there was a really good tweet I saw yesterday with the Dr. Manhattan meme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me find that because I wanna read it. It's very good.
Yeah.
From Keith Blaylock PW on Twitter. It is 2005. Punk is gone, but Bryan is still here and thriving. It is 2014. Punk is gone, but Bryan is still here and thriving. It is 2023. Punk is gone, but Bryan is still here and thriving.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And it, like, maybe we'll finally learn that Bryan Danielson is the CM Punk that we always wanted.
Yeah. No, I think that's very much the case. And then that got followed up by the Blackpool Combat Club beating Eddie Kingston and Shibata, which was kind of shocking, especially how Claudio just won the match with like an uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like clean.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was kind of wild. I wasn't super into this match. I thought it was good, but I thought I was a little let down by it. I think it was just good. I was expecting something more.
I mean, I'd rather see Eddie versus Claudio.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Adding Shibata and Yuta to it just seems a little superfluous. It's a Dynamite match.
Yeah.
Eddie
I think
and
it's just keeping that feud going until they can have the match at a Ring of Honor show.
His Claudio sucks eggs shirt.
That was so good. Then after that was Takeshita beating Kenny.
Oh,
in a
fuck.
singles match.
So, yeah,
And
we
this
went to
match
bed
was
after...
fucking incredible.
We went to bed after Eddie and Claudio and all them, and then picked up on Omega Takeshita the next night. And just starting with Omega Takeshita and going to the 8-man tag and then the main event. Like, that shit was wild. What a card.
Yeah.
What a slap together pay-per-view that ended up being one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. AEW keeps doing this where it's just like, if like the show ends and you're like, is this the best show?
The Kenny Takeshita match, probably more than any match that night. And there were more brutal matches, but that was the match where I exclaimed the most, like after a hit would happen. Those fucking
so
knees.
many big knees,
Those
man. The knees were so
knees.
big.
The knees and so many like crazy looking head drops.
The
Yeah,
blue
those
thunder
wild fucking
bomb off the
suplexes
top.
and shit. My God.
yeah.
Those guys are
It was
good.
the bit. Well, Kenny got dropped right on his head at one point. I remember.
Or did
Yeah,
he?
like
Wild
directly
match.
on his fucking nugget. It was crazy looking.
And he was like really early in the match too.
Yes.
Oh, that was something funny about Luchasaurus versus Darby is the match finished with like a triple tombstone, and the first time Luchasaurus dropped him on the tombstone, there was like 4 inches between the top of his head and the mat. You could clearly see that Darby was in no harm whatsoever.
Yeah, I was very happy that Takeshita won pretty much clean.
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing too. Yeah, like the screwdriver came out as if there would be some fuckery afoot, but
And it didn't
no,
it didn't work
pretty much
out.
clean.
Yeah, I loved this match. I went 4 3/4 on it. Really, really good.
I rewatched the Kenny's ring intro today just on Twitter, and that shit gives me goosebumps.
It does, yeah. No, it's a great intro.
I've really come around. It's not like I ever disliked Kenny Omega, but I've very much come around on him, and he's got to be in my top 5, maybe top 3 currently.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been having a killer year.
And he keeps losing.
Yeah, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's so good. After that was the 8-man tag. Bullet Club Gold beating FTR and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm right about the beginning of. I haven't started this match yet.
You haven't seen the main event?
I have not.
Lee,
can't-
what the fuck?
Pull it
I
up.
know.
Kelly, I
I've
haven't seen it
I've been
either.
So busy the past few days, you guys. So fucking busy.
He's been so busy, Kelly. He only was able to watch 7 episodes of Riverdale.
Well, I can't build Legos and watch wrestling. Riverdale is a very good build Legos kind of show.
Oh, you could definitely build Legos and watch wrestling.
Well, no, I want to watch the wrestling. I'm not Mahoney.
What do
Yeah,
you need
that's
to
fair.
watch? All you got to do is hear the sweat hit the mat.
Oh, my.
That sounded very erotic.
Sounds like
Is that not the point of wrestling?
sounds
get
like an
y'all-
El DeBarge song.
Eroticized?
Yeah, just like Reggie and Archie.
Yeah, just like wrestling. Archie and Reggie watching wrestling, getting
Yeah.
all horny for each other, then banging a hooker.
Together.
Yeah. Again,
Whoa.
it wasn't not goofy Riverdale bullshit.
Oh, yeah, no, it was very Riverdale.
I've noticed, maybe it's because the ratio of men's matches to women's matches on AEW, but I feel like I objectify the men more when I watch AEW.
I can see that.
Maybe that's just the bisexual in me coming out.
I mean, they're, sluts.
I mean, they're beautiful specimens.
I mean, when you got Mark Davis walking around.
Yeah. I guess I also feel more comfortable objectifying the men than objectifying the women.
Yeah.
It's come by honestly.
Yeah. So, Lee, did you watch this match?
No, not yet. No, that's where
Okay.
I'm next
Then
on that.
I will not discuss the finish.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I don't want to ruin anything for you.
Okay,
I mean,
fair enough.
It's fine because I think me and Kelly are the only other ones that watched it, so we don't need to
Yeah.
spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I missed a chunk of this match because I was wandering around. I had to piss, and then I went to the other suite for a little bit to hang out.
To rub elbows with the pores.
Exactly. Yeah.
To visit your 20 other friends.
You walk in there, you're like, wow, crowded in here.
I walked in. I was like, wow, where's the guy making the food for you, and where's the guy serving you drinks?
Oh, they
Oh, you
didn't
don't-
have that?
They didn't have that.
Oh, that stinks.
You had to go you had to get the food and serve your drinks yourself.
Losers.
I know.
Yeah, to eat stale popcorn off the carpet.
Yep.
Gross.
And then we have the main event, which I absolutely loved. Orange Cassidy defending the international title against John Moxley.
I have high hopes for this one. I know Mox won it. I know Mox took it, but I have very high hopes for this one.
I can talk about the result then.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. No, incredible match. I loved it. Another 4 3/4 star match for me. It's just you have the story of Mox dragging Orange into this world of blood and violence, and it just being a little too much for the very tired champion to handle.
He kind of went from Barbie Ryan Gosling to Drive Ryan Gosling in that match.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, and I am now more convinced than ever that Orange Cassidy takes a month off, comes back, and beats MJF for the title.
Hey, they recently reframed that War of 2024, and I thought they were going to drag it out mid-year, but apparently it's midnight January 1st. MJF's contract is up, so yeah, if they're going to do that bit and take the title off of him, it's got to be in the next few months, right?
Yeah, and Orange Cassidy, through becoming this workhorse champion, has become the soul of the company, essentially. And who better to beat MJF than him, you know?
Yeah. He's super over. He works his ass off.
Yep. For being the laziest man alive, works his ass off.
Yes.
I feel like Mahoney would appreciate Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
More of
it's
a
very good
Sundance
bit.
kid.
The bit in this match has the other bit where I feel like it could be on a shirt. The bit where, near the end of the match, where Orange Cassidy gets up and it's clear that the gash in his head has reopened and blood is just pouring to the mat.
Yeah,
it looked so cool.
He left a few puddles around that ring.
Yeah, I saw a picture like from the overhead cam of Orange in the middle of the ring, and it's 80% pink, the mat.
Yeah. And Mox didn't bleed at all.
That's insane.
Honestly, the funny thing is, I thought it was very interesting. It reminded me a lot of the All Out 2022 main event between Mox and Punk. Because that was another match where Mox kind of dragged Punk into his world, and Mox didn't bleed in that one either.
Yeah, Mox didn't bleed, but he did bite Orange Cassidy's bloody forehead at one point and came up with like he was eating a meatball sub.
AIDS. Got AIDS.
I just fucking felt like, if the wind blows too hard, Mox's forehead opens up.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he was probably pretty mad that he didn't get to bleed.
Yeah, this
he's just all out of blood. That's the problem.
This was the perfect match to main event this show, because you have Mox, who kept this company together, that was hanging by a thread.
Put it on his shoulders.
When the first brawl out happened. And you had Orange Cassidy, who slowly had become one of the most important people in the company from a wrestling perspective.
Consistent, reliable.
Yep. You had those two dudes in the main event, and it's this is who this company is.
There was that run there for 2 months where every Dynamite opened up with Orange Cassidy match.
Yeah. I think it was my buddy Liam said this in the Voices of Wrestling Slack. You have the brain, the heart, and the soul of AEW, and that's respectively Danielson, Moxley, Cassidy.
Love it.
Yeah, I think that's spot on.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
How about this? Let's not hire any new people.
Yeah, yes, 100%. Stop bringing people in.
I think we good. There's probably maybe a top 5 people that are out there that aren't in AEW that might work.
You know what? Let's go through a list of all the wrestlers that are not signed to major companies, and we'll go through one by one and decide if we think they should come in.
Sounds wonderful.
No, we won't.
My favorite part of last week's show was when Mary was watching it, listening to it after, and at one point, just no context, she goes, "Oh my God, there's another hour of this."
She loves it. Well, it's almost 12, and we've gotten to the end of that, and I feel like this is like the season finale of AEW.
Yeah, we're headed into a new era.
Yeah.
They fucking
shut it down.
The villain has been vanquished.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if we'll be talking about it as much in the coming weeks, but like, what a great resolution.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't come back to the challenge.
I think he might be coming back to the challenge, Mahoney.
Even odds, really. Like, he very well may.
But the thing is, Mahoney, if he does come back, you know it's only a matter of time before he makes a mess of it and storms out. And that's always
that's
fun.
what they like.
Yeah.
Well, that's if they pick him up at the airport.
Did you guys know that if your business doesn't pick you up from the airport, that gives you the right to physically assault your coworker?
I've heard that.
Fantastic.
And not only your coworker, but to throw hands at your boss as well, probably.
Probably got him by the collar.
Activates the purge.
Just imagine Punk with Tony Khan by the collar, and here comes Samoa Joe like, oh, no, the fuck not.
I want this tape to leak so bad.
Well, I think you said it. I think it was, are we going to hear Punk's side of the story? But then you suggested maybe not, because then they can just drop that video.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think we'll hear this because they can ruin him. Because I assume in like any kind of deal he signed, there's got to be some kind of NDA and non-disparagement agreement, which you would have to make him sign after leaving WWE and then just shitting all over the company on the podcast afterwards. So you have to assume he's signed something with that. And then you've got video of him fighting people. Also, apparently, there is also video of Brawl Out.
I believe
so you would have that footage. Like,
really?
Supposedly that footage exists.
Kelly, is there any footage of him standing sadly at the airport, looking around, realizing no one's coming to get him?
There's got to be.
There is a cool CM Punk at the airport picture. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, I found it immediately.
So yeah,
like a kid at the end of Little League practice, just like, oh no, they're coming.
There it is.
Oh, that's fucking great.
I mean, that's not.
Oh, that's old though.
That's old. That's not him at Wembley, but still.
Should be.
But yeah, that's I don't think we'll hear that side of the story from him.
And if we do, I sure as hell wouldn't have him on my podcast.
I would. Bring him on.
Yeah. Punk,
we'll tell him he was disappointing on the challenge.
Yeah, Punk, you can come on and we can talk about my fantasy trade.
Yeah. I'd like to know if CM Punk thinks that it's a fair trade.
This is what you do, Kelly.
Ask him. Tweet him. Ask him.
You bring
Tell
Punk.
him you got enough free time to research this trade. Tell me what you can do.
Every time I open Twitter, it's just full of fucking the worst people alive.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't even like to go there anymore.
Remember when like a blue check mark meant something and now it just means avoid at all costs?
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Hey,
like, I see
them.
a blue check mark. I'm like, oh, a Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just block them. It's easy. Then they go away.
That's the moral of the story, gang. Block your Nazis.
You know what? That reminds me. That's what I did this week. I watched
He blocked a bunch of
Indiana
Nazis.
Jones movies, and I gotta say, in hindsight, that Crystal Skull movie not as bad as I remembered it.
I have not seen it, so I don't have a reference on it.
I remembered it being just
Dog
Transformers 2 bad.
Right.
And when I was watching it this time, I was like, what did I not like about this?
Do you think it's just because there's so much time between then and now that we've seen so much other garbage that's
this
worse
is
by
not as
comparison?
garbage as the other.
I think it's a lot to do with that. I think it was mostly like expectations, and like a lot of the weird stuff that happens in it. Like if you watch it close to the other Indiana Jones movies, you're like, well, yeah, all sorts of weird shit happens in these movies. Like
this
Kamila.
This immortal knight wants you to drink from a weird cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it much more strange than Aliens?
That's easier to believe than any of this other shit, so.
Did you watch the new one? Have you seen the new one yet?
I did. I watched that one today, and that was downright enjoyable. I
fucking
liked that
loved
a lot.
it. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. That it was not dog shit.
And that CGI Harrison Ford was about 85% there.
I wish that you had my eyes for CGI, because I'm like Harrison Ford.
No, like it's great at some points, and then he turns, and it's clearly not him.
I'm probably not looking at the screen at those moments.
Oh, you're definitely not looking at the screen at those moments.
Odds are. But yeah,
right, let's land this fucking bird.
Yeah.
We'll come back next week. We might talk about wrestling. We might not. Who the fuck knows? It's a free show.
God, is there going to be more wrestling to talk about next week? I thought you said it was the season finale.
Oh, honey, there's always more wrestling.
I mean,
but then there's now you got to talk about what could happen in the off season.
Yeah. There's no off season.
Wrestling never stops, but I don't know if we'll have much to talk about unless CM Punk does a fucking mass shooting or something.
AEW produces 5 hours of content a week.
Yeah. I'm still not going to watch all those fucking shows.
But you can watch Collision now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I can
And
cherry pick the
Rampage
matches
has
I wanna
actually been
watch.
kind of good lately.
Yeah.
Hangman had a match on there this week. It was really good.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, probably, at youtube.com/panelsonpages. For Jason Knives, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week night. Love you. Goodbye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking
Google ass bitch. Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.